Rev up your engines! All right, today I'm talking about a Toyota pickup truck that I believe may be the last great Toyota pickup truck to buy. Now, why am I saying that? Because of what's under the hood. This is their dynamic force engine V6, and this is a 2023 Toyota Tacoma, four-wheel drive, top-of-the-line TRD. This is the last time they're putting a six-cylinder engine in them. As of 2024, Toyota says they're only going to have four-cylinder turbos and four-cylinder hybrid in the TRDs. They're ditching the six-cylinder engine, which to me is a gigantic mistake. If you ask any truck guy, they'll tell you Toyota screwed up when they took the V8 out of the Tundra and put the V6 twin turbo. People wanted a big, giant truck. They got a Tundra. They can tow a ton. They can last basically forever. And yeah, they get horrible gas mileage. But guess what? Guy brought me one of the twin turbo V6s in a Tundra, and it was even a hybrid. He only got 19 miles a gallon on the highway. So much for great gas mileage. Not only was it the twin turbo, but it was a hybrid. It still got crap gas mileage. So that's just a stupid idea. And in terms of these, people like these TRDs for their performance, what they can tow. Toyota, you're making a big mistake only going to four-cylinder turbo or four-cylinder hybrid, and here's why. You can take all the figures about horsepower and torque and throw them out the window because they are all relative. This puts out a lot of horsepower, a lot of torque. People get these to go off-road. They get them to tow boats, pull heavy trailers, throw a bunch of crap in the back. The V6, a lot of torque and takeoff power for pulling and towing, taking a boat in, especially out of the lake, right? Now the four-cylinder turbos, they can put out a lot of horsepower too, but it's a different kind of horsepower and torque. It comes at a much higher RPM. Now, when you're pulling the boat in or out or towing stuff, you really want to be revving your engine way up to get it going, and in most cases, Americans drive 96% automatic transmissions. You can't really rev it up like with a standard transmission, right? So they are not going to tow as good. They're not going to be as good off-road vehicles. They will not be able to carry as much weight in the bed without having too much acceleration lag. You don't spend this kind of money on a pickup truck to get yourself a dog. Now, of course, for ages, Tacomas have had four-cylinder engines. They started out with four-cylinder engines, but they don't have the power that a lot of people want. For example, my son's got a 2-year-old TRD with a V6. He also has an older one that's a regular Tacoma with a four-cylinder. The four-cylinder one is pretty much a dog acceleration. It's a great work truck for kicking equipment, saws, you name it around. It's not made for pulling a lot of weight. Some people want that. Yeah, and that's totally fine. My son's got a 4 and a 6. He's got 2 of them. But if you're going to buy a TRD, you want a bigger engine in it. Just like, to go even further, as I said before, you want a Tundra. The guys really wanted V8s. They didn't want a V6 engine. But, you know, I think Toyota's making a big mistake doing this downsizing and putting a four-cylinder turbo. Hence, this may be the last great truck that Toyota's built, as far as I'm concerned, for people who are serious about trucks. I'm not talking about people that just piddle around, take the kids to soccer games. I'm talking about people who want a serious truck. And this TRD, hey, it's got a serious price, so I would expect to get a serious truck. For example, this one was purchased for $45,000. You expect to get power and things that you want for that kind of money, right? You're going to buy something like a Ford Maverick pickup truck. Yeah, they cost a ton less, right? They don't have the power, and they certainly don't have the long life that Toyotas historically have. And going back to the Turbo 4 instead of the six-cylinder engine, guess what? The Turbo 4 is going to wear out faster. You put a smaller engine in the same size truck, it's not going to last as long. So not only do you not have the actual power when you're taking off, it won't last as long. So really, Toyota, why oh why are you getting rid of this engine that a lot of people like? Okay, Maybe you want your gas mileage ratings to go better for the EPA. Well, sell smaller 4-cylinder versions. But when you got your top-of-the-line Tacoma TRD, don't water it down in order to appease government bureaucrats. Now, the guy just bought this. He loves the truck. It's his work truck. You're going to see. He's got all his crap in it. It's a serious work truck. But he's kind of mad, and I don't blame him. They talked him into paying $1,000 for a tire warranty setup. And he's got a bad tire. Not only does he hate the idea, he's got to go through this warranty claim. They're not going to replace all 4 tires. Now, this is a 4-wheel drive vehicle. Excellent technology. It's all electronically controlled. You have vehicles like this, you're supposed to have all 4 tires the same exact size. All the 4-wheel drive system is electronically controlled. If you get a bad tire, you got to buy all 4 tires. They have to be the same exact circumference, because if one's worn more than another, the drive system is going to have to compensate. It'll mess around with the transfer cases because it keeps compensating because the tires aren't the same size. When a tire goes bad on one of these, you're supposed to buy all 4, but the warranty that he paid $1,000 for won't replace all 4 tires. He said, wait a second, I got a warranty, so will you fill us out? We're going to replace the bad tire. But they're not going to replace all 4 tires, which should have to. He paid for the warranty. Now, this just isn't limited to Toyota. One of your viewers had the same problem with a Subaru, and they're all-wheel drive except for their one little race car, right? So he had a tire blow under warranty. They gave him a tire, and he said, wait a second, this tire's got 20,000 miles on it. All the other ones do. You told me if I buy tires, I got to buy all 4. And now you're telling me you're not going to replace all 4 under the warranty? Oh, no, only the one is bad, so we're only replacing it. This is the kind of idiots that work at the dealerships that are crooked, dishonest. If you were paying out of your pocket, they would say, we got to replace all 4 tires. But when it's coming off of their, in quotes, warranty that you pay extra money for, and they don't replace them, do what this guy's doing. He's going to cancel the warranty, stop paying on it. It's in his monthly payment. You know, it doesn't look like much because you add it to your monthly payment, but it's still $1,000, and they're not even being honest about it and replacing all 4 like they should. So, think twice before you buy one of these warranties if you've got a 4-wheel drive vehicle. $1,000 is $1,000, and when they don't do what they're supposed to do, hey, don't buy such things. Look through the truck, you can see it's dirty. It is his work truck. He is not fooling around. There's his work clothes. There's his work tools. He's got tarps and everything on the back. This guy isn't screwing around. He's using this thing as a work truck. Now, as any truck, you're going to get much worse gas mileage in city than on the highway. You got like 30 on the highway. For a truck this size, 4-wheel drive, that's great gas mileage. He says he gets 16, 18 in town, which is typical what you're going to get. But on the highway, hey, 30 is really good gas mileage because Toyota Dynamic Force V6. It's got dual fuel injection. It's got fuel injectors on the intake on all 6, but it's also got gasoline direct injectors and fancy computer systems switch back and forth. That's how it can have all this power, but still get 30 miles a gallon on the highway. And I find this hilarious because if you remember the video I did last year, the guy with the 2023 Tundra with the V6 twin turbo, he only got 19 miles a gallon on the highway. And this guy's getting 30. The V6 engine, definite success in the Tacoma, but in the big giant Tundra, definitely a failure as far as I'm concerned. They should have stuck to the V8s. As a matter of fact, this guy says this will probably be the last Toyota he ever buys, and then he's going to go back to a V8, and he's probably going to get a Ford because, as he said, Ford is probably the only company that's still serious about building big V8 trucks, which a lot of people want. As a matter of fact, he was going to buy a Tundra, but they stopped putting the V8 engines in it. So, he's happy with it so far, but he is a V8 man. They want the real takeoff and torque and pulling power. They just have more. There's a reason they made V8 engines in the first place. And a lighter vehicle like this, V6 is fine. But you want a heavy, full-size truck, really, V8's the only way to go. Go inside this Tacoma, you can see it still has some logical stuff to it. Look, a real parking brake, not some electronic pile of crap. This is what guys that work want. They want something like this. Now, unfortunately, it also has a start button. You can't do anything about that. They make them all that way. But when we talk about the four-wheel drive, it's all very simple. You can go two-wheel drive, four-wheel low, four-wheel high, just by turning a switch. Look at the screen. It's in the dash. That's what I find hilarious, because I like them in the dash. It looks good, right? It fits in with a truck. Toyota, I don't know what you got thinking, but all your other vehicles, they got that monitor sticking up here. Yep. It looks like somebody glued it into the car. This is a nice one. It's right here where you can actually see the thing, and it's not blocking your view. This obviously was not an afterthought like their other ones are. Who knows what they got going on with their engineers. This does have intelligent cruise control, but the owner of this hates cruise control, so it meant nothing to him. But you got 400 watts of AC 120, dual climate control. I mean, this is a loaded truck. And there's quite a bit of room in the back seat when he takes all his crap out of it. The man's like me. He doesn't want anybody riding with him. I go motorcycle, you know, with one seat on it. Well, he just fills the seats up so nobody else can ride with him. So he's got his own private vehicle there. But now he has to clean it because he's going to ride with me and break his own rule. So we'll start it up, back it up. You can see it's got a decent camera so you can see what's happening. And it's not as heavy as a Tundra, but it's got enough weight that it should take these Rhode Island horrendous road bumps in stride. We'll see what happens. Here we go. Pretty smooth ride for a truck that's raised this high, you know? We'll see how it takes off. There's nobody coming that way, nobody that way. Here we go. And he's hanging on. I heard a couple of squeals there before the traction control kicked in, but you can see it's got a lot of pulling power. And if you replace this nice 6-cylinder engine with a 4-banger, it would take a lot longer for it to spool up and get that pickup, and you wouldn't be getting great 4-cylinder gas mods then. Before this, he had a 4-cylinder, and he just told me he didn't have any power at all. He got us where he got this V6. He is definitely someone who would not buy this vehicle if it had the 4-cylinder engine in it. And there's a lot of people, believe me, that feel that way. Now, there's a lot of people that'll buy a regular Tacoma with a 4-cylinder. They don't want power. They want a reliable truck that'll run forever. But this is a TRD. It's supposed to have all the bells and whistles, and it's certainly not a turd. They're going to have a hard time selling them, if you ask me. If all they're going to have is a turbo and a hybrid version, they're going to chase a lot of their clientele away. Probably the last great truck that Toyota's building, the way things seem to be going. Not a fan of the turbo, the hybrid, and that's all they're going to have in 2024. They're retiring the 6. It was bad enough that they retired the V8 and the Tundra. Now they're retiring the V6 and this. Now, to me, that makes no sense. They don't understand Americans and what Americans want in an upper line truck. They understand the lower line trucks. There's no arguing that. But the upper line trucks, hey, they should have left this thing well enough alone. So if you're thinking about getting one, you better hurry up, because there's not too many 2023s left. And when there's just 2024s and up, you won't be able to get this set up anymore. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.